Welcome back to another episode of the Legacies.
Yeah.
As soon as you come out to the city of Salem, you expect it to be bright, sunny, as it was only probably early afternoon when you went in. But it is now dark, and the only assumption you can assume is that you've been in there for a very long time, unbeknownst to yourselves. You find yourselves in a small little alleyway where more propaganda posters are put up for the extermination of Les Charmants, the Charmed Ones, if you will, where Draco and Sybil have just escaped with some very interesting news and also saved the throats of her compatriots. Begin.
We need to get far away from here, and I need to tell you guys some stuff.
Yep, seconded. Just keep moving.
Oh,
I want to finish
Okay.
my Cosmopolitan.
No.
Sip it as you walk.
I'll just bottoms up and take off.
Where do you go?
is this like
Following Draco and
information
Sybil.
we should go to like the back to the inn for some
Yeah,
reason?
let's go back to the end.
Maybe you want the inn?
Yeah, I mean it's the safest place we know right now in this area.
Let's go back to the broken wheel.
Okay. So you find yourselves traversing through these streets of Salem, eventually coming across the Broken Wheel Tavern and Inn, where you see a couple people are at their tables eating dinner. There's not many people, as tonight is the second night of the festival, tomorrow being the final evening of the King's Festival for the ball. But you do find yourselves secluded. Do you go to the room? Do you go to a booth?
Let's go to the room, guys.
Oh, that kind of information.
Yeah, that kind of information.
Okay.
All
We
right, so you
go
head
to
up
the
to the
room.
room. Yep. You're in the room.
So, what's this news y'all have to share?
Sybil, you go first.
Not too much on my end, other than we don't need to go back there. We don't need to be there. You guys have absolutely no business there. That's it.
Why do
I
you say
mean-
that?
Lucifer like virtue?
What?
Why? Basically.
Just you guys are lucky to have all of your throats intact.
Vampires?
10 of them.
No.
All of them, I think.
Good.
Or maybe
Thank God we
the
left.
most powerful of them. Just had no business there.
Okay.
I shouldn't have let you guys go in there in the first place.
Did you
Sorry.
know about this place?
Not really. I mean, I had heard of it, but I knew that they might have some empiric patrons, but I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know what we were getting into, really. Sorry.
Well, I wish you would have told us, even if you had an inkling thought. I mean, you kind of just endangered the whole group if you knew something and didn't tell us.
That may be true. I don't really think of
I
myself.
mean, it was my fault we went. I wanted to see Lucifer. You can't put
Yeah,
the blame on her.
Encouraged us to go there. I mean, yeah, Sybil could have said something if she wasn't sure, but there's no way she could have known for sure.
I didn't really
I
know
mean,
anything.
we all knew Lucifer's a vampire, but we kind of knew what was going on. At
Yes.
least one vampire was in there.
There's a lot of people that are vampires, and we pass them sometimes, and I don't really think of them as dangerous any more than I think of myself as dangerous. Mara. What? Forget it. Draco. What in that other room?
So Draco recalls everything that they told him about his mother being there, her plans for chaos and destruction, and all the little details that they sprinkled in about what's going on and when.
So what's the plan?
Well, I don't know the whole plan yet. I just know that she's going to be there, and her plan is to kill I can't remember his name, but kill what's his name?
They really didn't discuss exactly what she was, but she was going to be able to like plan a coup, basically.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, she's there to plan a coup.
And when is this taking place?
Tomorrow, right? The last day.
Yes, correct.
At the festival.
Question: is this your mother from this timeline or your mother from our timeline?
As far as I'm aware, it's mother from this timeline, but she seems to be aware of my presence and know who I am, as they knew who I was, without me giving my name. So, unless they got my name from someone and they just know I'm affiliated with my mother, but they called her my mother.
Who else was there?
It was this brother-sister duo that work for my mother.
All right, and would you guys do anything else? Talk about anything else?
I mean, that was all we talked about. I was going to go leave, and then they called me by my name, and I stopped and I asked how they knew who I was, and they informed me about my mother's plans and all this, because they think I'm a part of her team still, working with her.
I see.
Confusing. If they're from this time,
I mean, at one point I did work for my mother and do her bidding. So, if somehow she knows I'm here from some connection, because I mean, technically she is the person who gave me my powers, so she might have some connection to me to know that I'm already here. And she might not be questioning it. She might just be planning on using it as me as a weapon or a tool in her schemes.
That's all you guys talked about. Was this?
That's all I have, yeah.
you were in there for a while.
Listen, I was, first of all, very confused on how they knew who I was. And second of all, trying to get information out of them of what my mother was going to be doing here. Because wherever she goes, fire and trouble is always in her wake.
But all right. I mean, I think you've proven yourself to be pretty trustworthy at this point.
I mean, again, my mother gave me my powers and I'm grateful for that, but I'm trying to be good here. I don't want to be evil, per se. I might be an asshole sometimes, but I don't want to be evil.
Being an asshole doesn't necessarily mean you're evil. But, okay, so now that we have this information,
Now what?
we gotta stop Lady Tremaine, and we gotta stop your mom. What could go fucking wrong?
A lot. I mean, we're trying to prevent them from both killing Prince Aaron, basically, it looks like.
What if one of you guys get chosen to be Prince Aaron's wife, and then you can
then
get close
we would-
to him and protect him faster?
Yeah, get him completely out of the ballroom, out of anybody's sight. Be like, hey, let's go to the bedroom closet. And
Draco will
know,
spit out whatever drink he is drinking on at
do
that
a
moment.
kiss.
See,
Okay,
he'll
that's
lean
what
over
you
to
do.
Amara. See, it didn't break her. She still is this innocent little Lux.
I don't know. We'll
And that
see.
way he'll be protected within his bedroom closet. You know, that's where you go when you get scared, is you hide in your closet, right? Or under the bed. We could go there too. So, plan, we win the prince's hand and hide in the closet or under the bed, and that way we're safe.
So whoever wins the prince's hand is just gonna hide in a closet.
Well,
Man,
hopefully
it
it's one
sounds
of
like it's
us, so it
starting
makes
to
sense.
storm out there.
As you're starting to talk, a downpour of storm echoes as lightning flashes across the sky. Wind kind of howls against the inn's windows and panes, and a draft chills your spine. But then warmth comes back to the room, letting you continue.
Right. So,
I
creepy
think
ass still on the
whoever
side.
wins the hand gets closest to him and explains that there's danger and that we have to protect him.
What if
And
he's in on it somehow, and we're just gonna let Lux go in there by herself?
assassination attempt on himself
I mean,
or coup on
what if it's
himself.
like some kind of plot or something? I don't know.
Again, I'm not
What
saying
if
she has to
Amara
take
wins
him
his
into the
hand?
room. I'm saying like
Me?
Yeah,
her.
it could be any. It could be Sybil. It could be me. It could be Amara. Like you, like.
Honestly,
I mean,
Sybil might.
just to protect him.
Yeah,
sorry, Lex,
yeah.
you're a little young, but out of the eligible bachelorettes, I think Sybil has the best chance.
If she doesn't punch him first.
Mhm.
Hey,
Or eats him.
I didn't say.
I think that's funny.
I said punch.
That's
I mean,
mean.
mine's more actual, based in actuals. That being said, I'm not saying she has to go alone, Soren. I'm saying if we get her to him, like, at the party, whatever this is going to be at, and then have her explain it to him there in front, like quietly in front of a bunch of people, then she won't be all alone.
All right, all right.
And then she can come and
Any of
join
us
our
could
group
just.
again, and we can go from there.
We
The
could just
hard
warn
part,
him.
though,
I
is
guess that's what we could do.
if my mother's there, she's going to think I'm on her side. And I don't know what's going to be best, if it's going to be fighting with you guys against her, because I don't know how that battle's going to go, or to try to trick her into her leaving or something like that.
Right, and we need to make a move on this tonight,
Tomorrow.
or we're gonna wait until tomorrow.
Gonna
So,
be during the festival.
is there anything we can do tonight to better our chances? Maybe we should ask the barkeep what kind of women he likes.
What?
Maybe she
Having
knows
a
what his type
makeover.
is. Maybe it's an obvious, like, I don't know.
Maybe we don't need him in his hand. Maybe we just needed so one of us just needs to pull him aside and tell him what's up. Like, hey, you're in danger. I don't know how I know this, but you are, and I don't care how many people you're protecting you. You are in danger.
Doesn't sound terribly convincing.
I know.
Don't mind
What else do we
doing
have
it.
I
to
don't
do?
remember.
I mean, if we can get him over to
this-
me, I can just admit that I'm the son of Maleficent and that she is here and we need to get him to safety.
Let's.
They're
We cannot
hunting
do
and
that. Let's
exterminating,
not.
what's it called? Les Charmant. And you think admitting that you're her son is a good idea?
I
No.
don't know.
What if we
Not.
tell Ella? Ella
How do we even
will
find her?
probably be there. I don't know, but I feel like in the stories Ella was there, and that's how we could maybe change the past. She somehow knows in advance and can protect him. And she is a strong magic user, technically. And she has that sword.
I have an idea.
Well, let's hear it.
What if we pretend to be the staff of the castle? Because we can't intervene with Ella's just meeting the prince, okay? Because we could mess that up, okay? And it would be bad news bears. So, we pretend that we're castle staff.
We're bears.
We are waiters, and we are able to mix around in the crowd very easily. And we keep an eye out for Lady Tremaine. And once we see her, we just tackle her. Saying
know
we
what?
saw a dagger, something.
I like that idea a lot, Amara. And we
She's
could
got
use
a
everything that
weapon.
Tiana taught us to, really weasel our ways in there. And get paid for it too. Maybe.
It's an idea, and I don't know how else to get. I mean, we're invited in there, but I don't know. It's just an idea. I don't have
Everyone
any
else?
other ideas.
I don't
So we
hate
need
the
to
idea.
steal some uniforms.
Why
So we
wouldn't we
throw the
just
invitation and get
volunteer?
inside. Well, castle staff probably has to be trained for the past 2 months for this kind of ordeal, at least. I mean, they're
Yeah,
around
I guess
royalty all the time.
Tiana probably hasn't been born yet.
No.
Can't use her as our resume.
Yes.
She's in her teens.
Yeah. I'm sure her name doesn't hold the same weight though.
Yeah, her story hasn't been played out yet, but
Or we just go and hope for the best. We still are invited to the ball.
That's true.
Yeah, we have an in.
Alright.
And if we're guests, we can also just mingle as well.
Have we thought about
Not have to overcomplicate things.
I like the way you think, Lux.
We can still tackle Lady Tremaine and be like, oh, I thought there was a bug on you.
No,
No.
I feel like we should just say it was an accident. You bumped into her or something.
I try to steal the
Yeah, but
wand.
we want to get her down. So I mean, saying that there's a weapon or something might be the best. Again, well, we might not necessarily be the ones to take her down, but getting the guard's attention.
What if we go to the guards right now and report Lady Tremaine as we think that she is a magic user?
Then they hold us
So-
for questioning all night and we miss the ball tomorrow? I mean, I don't know.
But they would also be on the lookout for her entering the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, can we write a note and leave it at the guard station? Then we're not going to be necessarily there. We can just give the notes there.
I like
Lux,
that
are
idea
you
better.
sneaky enough to do that?
I mean, do we have to be really sneaky? I mean, we just have to necessarily, write a note and walk in the middle of the night to go drop it off. And I'd rather not send someone alone in case there's vampires prowling the streets.
This kind of reminds me of the whole mishap with Snow, though. There was a notes, and the guards didn't do anything about it, and then Snow was dead.
I mean, it's the
But
same
you
thing
didn't
though. If
listen.
we
That's
just,
what I mean.
I mean, yeah, you have a fair point there. But if we don't do anything, and something were to happen, then I mean,
Working as waiters is our best bet for the ball tomorrow.
doing all this stuff.
I can't help but wonder who else we'll bump into tomorrow.
Maybe we ought to get some rest. And we just hope for the best tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the plan is right now is to use our ticket to get in, and then go in and pretend we're staff?
No staff. I don't
Okay,
think we'd be able
just
to blend in
mingle.
enough.
No, but Soren and Subtly, be very careful because your guys' parents are there.
Oh God. Mm.
Wait, is it a masquerade ball?
No.
Duh. That would be so much better.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
to
have
be fair, there's nothing
time.
saying that it isn't, and you can't.
Maybe we
But
could, disguise in some way, get makeovers or something.
I mean, there might. It is a party. Is face paint a thing in this?
Face paint?
Yeah, like like at like festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you get like the. I mean, there's there might be face painting there that you can get like put on yourself. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily disguise yourself, but
A ball where you're supposed to show yourself, where you're going to hide yourself.
I mean, there's been many balls where like it's like a big like mystery. Like, who is this person? How do they really look? Does he fall
I
in love with the
wonder
person
if
he can't see, or does he fall in love with the person that he can see? Is it all about looks, or is it about love?
but anyhow, I think your guys' parents would be so distracted that they're not even going to notice y'all. And if you do see them, just quickly like hide behind a glass or turn away. I mean, they can't be focused on something they don't know exists already. They're probably focused on their mission.
I mean, let's hope that that's the case. We don't know how time paradoxes work, do we? Do we know for sure?
No, but I don't know exactly what went down because I was not there that night, but I figured that they are a little bit split up talking to each other, and Ella's gonna appear in this beautiful ball ground, and like, yep, shit's gonna go down after that.
Okay. What do we do if they do it? If Lady Tremaine kills him? Or attempts to? Soren, can you heal him?
Can I bring him back from the dead? Hell no.
No, but
But
if he's close, you might just have to have that magic ready and we face the
I mean,
consequences.
I can heal him.
But are we still not concerned about the fact that this is changing a major event in our parents' lives?
But remember what I said,
In
like,
my gut,
they
it
don't know what
feels right.
happens after. There was a time slip as soon as Darren got hit with that spell. So maybe we do cause this to happen. And they go through a time slip on accident.
But
I
that
mean,
time slip
again,
happened and we haven't done it yet. That time slip happened before this was even a possibility.
this also might what
Unless
cause
you-
the time slip. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We might be the cause of the time slip, and that's why it happened.
I
It's
mean,
all timey-wimey, really
I mean,
hard headache stuff.
how about this? We play it by ear. If your parents don't disappear, then we don't do it. If they do disappear, and we can save him. Me and Soren can at least attempt to try to save this man's life, and then we can go from there.
I mean, I know how to cure wounds. I can cast Aura of Vitality. But I also
I mean,
don't
with that,
know.
I have
Of
healing.
course
I
I
can
want
know some spells from my years of being as a cleric, so I can help there as well.
of course I don't want this man to die. However, what good am I to y'all if I cast a spell to save him and then I die because they know I'm a magic user? You know?
We can try to
Lady
cast
Tremaine is going to use a
indirectly.
big spell to kill him.
Also,
So,
Soren, I mean, at the point, if it's all chaos and all hell's breaking loose, do you really think the guards are going to go, hey, that guy over there is casting a magic spell? No, they're probably going to be freaking out about Aaron potentially being dead, and all the other chaos, like other people getting murdered in the streets. If we're at least fighting for them, they might spare our lives. Now, if we're fighting against the
Maybe.
guards, then that's a whole different story. I mean, again. if somehow someone got to them and they're corrupted, then that's a whole, again, different ball game.
All right. Well, I'm getting real sleepy, and I need my wits about me. I don't know. Is there anything else we should talk about before we get some rest?
Just be on the lookout for my mother tomorrow, and I will also, if I see her, I will figure out a way to tell you guys.
Would Soren know what she looks like? I
I mean, she's the
Who?
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Maybe a vague idea.
Okay.
I mean, from like all the storybooks and everything.
Well, maybe something will happen in a dream tonight, and they'll give us some clarity of what we actually should do. Who knows? Magic is weird, and time is weird as well, as we discovered, because we have no way home, and I would like to get home, but yeah,
We all would.
gotta save everybody, I guess. Now,
Eliot's there to help guide us. I mean, at this point, the relief I would feel seeing his face again. Oh God.
I mean, we could technically see his face, but it's going to be very much younger if we went to Wakefield, and he have no clue what we're talking about, probably.
I don't know. He's got his ways.
I
Alright.
don't even think so. But if we saw
Soren's
Merlin, he would know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you got a point there.
All
Soren's
right.
gonna pull out his squirrel jerky and snack a little bit before hopefully going to bed soon.
Yeah, Amara will take her bedroll out and hit the hay.
Hey, that hay pile is my hay pile.
Get your own.
Get my own?
I guess Lux
Get
will
your
too.
own.
Alright, so you guys are going to bed?
You go see B. EP time.
Alrighty. So the good news is the following morning, the storm has let up, and it's turned into quite a beautiful blue skies type of day. The clock chimes off in the distance, signaling, the early morning hours as you all begin your morning. What do you do?
Thorn's going to make sure he eats a little something and tuck. Would he have a dagger? Let me see. A dagger. And we surrendered all of our magical items, right? We don't have those.
We just registered them.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
still have them.
We still have-
Soren would take the wand of secrets with him. He'd smuggle it in his boots or something. Boot.
So Amara comes down and she sees Soren. She pats him on the back. She's like, "Do you think I can get away with just dressing like this?"
Soren looks Amara up and down to figure out what she's wearing.
She is just wearing her plain old leather garb.
There's no better thing but to be yourself, Amara. Why the hell not?
All right. That cements it. No dress from me.
No, you need a dress.
Draco?
She
Is that you?
Yeah, and he comes walking down.
Lux will come pitter patter behind her too.
Alright, so it looks like the only person we're missing is Sybil.
Sybil will get ready. She'll probably have like a nice dress, like a pretty sort of dress that she would put on and clip her hair up and put on her jewelry. Like she wears a lot of stones and necklaces and earrings and stuff, and she'll come down after a while.
Is Lux dressed up too?
Lux will be wearing her normal like outfit, I guess. It's like not dressy at all, but she doesn't really care because she's just like enamored about going to a ball finally because she's only ever spied on the balls that happen in the Magisterium, and she just wants to like, you know, be there, be included.
Lux, do you want to go dress shopping?
Oh, I mean, we could. And she looks so more.
As you are all coming down and getting your breakfast and things like that downstairs, a black dressed individual sitting at the end of the bar with some apple cider and some scrambled eggs and toast finishes up, and he lifts this very nice black brimmed hat, and kind of fastens on a black traveler's cloak with a nice, really pretty golden emblem. His face is very beautiful, in the sense of like he's wearing makeup to enhance his features. But you see him set down some coin on the bar, and he looks over and he to Ronnie, who's making the breakfast and stuff for you guys, and he says, "Well, that will be it, love. I appreciate you having a ear to listen to. It's hard without her. They found her horribly massacred, and I don't know what I'd do without you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. But listen, I'm going away for a while. Keep my seat warm in the closet." And Ronnie bends over the bar, kisses him on the forehead, and she says, "Anything for you, my sweet boy. Now go be fabulous." The man, he rolls his eyes. He says, "Oh, darling, I will." He notices you, tips his hat, and leaves out the door.
She whispers to everybody.
You cut out, Ash.
Oh, she whispered, "Who do you think that was?"
Do you
No
think
idea.
Soren's gonna whisper back? He said something about a massacre. Do you think that was Fiona's brother? The one the detective was talking about?
Oh,
You did
Noah?
mention the
that's a
closet.
Daniel?
No, wait. No, I don't know his name. I don't remember what his name was, but
Nathaniel.
oh yeah.
Oh, wait, you mean Kuo?
No, I meant her brother. It's Nathaniel.
Oh,
That
yeah,
sounds right.
Nathaniel.
Yeah, Nathaniel.
You think we should ask her? Think she'd
Maybe.
tell us?
And she'll flag over Ronnie.
Yeah. What can I get you, love?
I just had a question. That really gorgeous man over there that was eating there, is that Lady A? Or, no?
I'm not sure that he would like to go by that out of drag, but yes. Why?
Oh, just curious. We got to see somebody famous from afar. That's all.
Ah,
I was just making sure. I should have asked for his autograph.
you a fan of his?
Oh, yes.
Wonderful. Well, I'll be sure to pass along the message. He's going to be going away. He told me this morning. If you want to go see them, I'm sure he's posted up down in the Flower District.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe we should see them before they go. Shit. So why we need to see them? Yeah.
Lux, you need flowers for the ball anyway, right?
I could put flowers in my hair, yeah.
Oh, so you all are going to the ball this evening?
Yeah.
Well,
I
you can't
mean,
turn down an
I know I'm not
invitation.
gonna win the prince, but it'd still be a little fun.
Well, all eligible bachelors and bachelorettes are welcome.
Don't happen to know what kind of lady he prefers, do you?
Quite honestly, I don't. He just returned from more. He's not been particularly interested in females
Men?
Soren, you have a chance.
or male.
Oh,
Just not dating, at least.
yeah. I mean, I
Sounds
guess
like they're
war does
forcing
that
him
to
to
ya.
marry.
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. His father, King Norvis, he well, he's getting a bit old. Yeah, he wants someone to take over.
Yeah.
I get that.
Starting to look at
I mean,
Amara
I
and
don't.
say, maybe you have more of a shot with him after all, Amara, and like nudge him a little.
He's
nudge her a little. I'm sorry.
not really my type.
Yeah, but you might be his. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, the irony.
Technically, he's a little old for me.
How old is he?
Chuckles. Right.
He's 21.
Oh,
Amara, aren't you 27, dude?
Are you? God,
Kidding.
you're so old, Amara. What a cougar.
All right. Well, we really appreciate all your kindness and generosity here, Ronnie.
Of course. Now, are you staying another night?
Uh,
I,
Soren's gonna look
uh,
around. I'm not sure. Are we staying another night, guys?
I have no idea. I don't know what's gonna happen.
can we make that decision tomorrow?
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
make a
right. Like
decision.
when we get back. I mean, after the right.
Well, see, the thing is, I need to know whether or not you're staying so that I can rent it out.
Hmm. That
Okay.
makes a lot of sense. I mean, you're a
If you need to rent it
businesswoman
out,
after
rent it
all.
out. If it's open still and we're needing this room, we would appreciate it. But if people come,
Well,
then fill it up.
I don't know
You
if you've
guys-
checked outside, but Salem is quite busy. And so rooms are going up very quickly. I have about 3 prospective people that wanting to stay here.
Well, how much would it be for one more night?
Well, all right. Because of supply and demand, I can do 150.
For each of us?
No,
For
for the
all
room.
of us. Oh, for the room. All right, all right.
Well, Amara looks in her little pouch and she's like, well, we'll have to do the best we can. Look and maybe sleep under a bridge tonight. But thank you, Ronnie, for your hospitality.
We have those tents.
We can't use them.
Well, outside the walls, maybe.
We appreciate your generosity, Ronnie. I think we'll figure it out.
do you guys want to stay here another night?
That's the problem. I don't know if we'll be here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if it's worth
Just
losing
rent it
150
out.
gold.
We'll find something
Yeah.
else tonight.
Yeah, we'll find something else.
Okay. Whatever you say. I'm sorry, lads.
It's all right.
You make an excellent hunter stew.
Well, thank you.
Do.
Always appreciate that. You good luck to you all at the ball this evening.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you
We'll
very
need
much.
I need it.
I hope to win his heart.
Yeah, you do, Soren.
She goes over to 2 young elves who look like they just got married or engaged or something like that, and she goes over and talks to them before exchanging a contract, and they hurriedly go up the stairs. Noah brings all of your guys' stuff down on both of his arms, and he sets it down on a table. Well, there you go. Have fun tonight at the ball.
Thanks.
Thanks.
You stay
How's
out of
your
trouble.
story going?
It's good, but I can't quite figure out the ending.
Oh, yeah. It's, ending's
I'm
always quite
thinking of like
hard.
a happy ending.
Well, I guess that could be it, But right now, the characters are more talking than I am as the author.
Well, I mean,
Maybe you should
it tends to happen sometimes.
write some action.
Some
Well,
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some higher stakes. Threaten somebody or something.
Okay, I'll do that for the adventurers in my story then.
I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
I hope so. They're going to a big old party at a big grand estate.
Oh, what a state.
Oh, I made it up.
It doesn't have a name.
What's going to happen?
Well, I haven't exactly decided. It's a masquerade ball. I think I might have the villain come in. Oh, wait, what about another villain? What about 3 villains coming in all at one time? That would really throw the
That's a lot of
characters off.
villain.
That indeed would.
Why?
I do it.
She's going to like get lower, and she's like, "Why don't you write like a happy ending, being where the prince gets the princess, and they kiss and live happily ever after?"
That's boring.
It is.
Not to everybody though.
But I'm
Some
the
people
writer.
really like.
Yeah.
I know, but if death happens to like somebody, then that's kind
I
of
mean,
bad sometimes.
One death isn't horrendous in a story, and also, I mean, if you have someone who's not supposed to be getting somebody, like the ugly duckling of the group, who gets the prince, I mean, people love that kind of story.
I don't know.
Or
There's
what
going to
if
be trouble.
I have the ugly duckling killing the prince? I like it. Killing the prince. Got it. Thank you.
Mm,
He
Let's
starts
not
running
kill the
up the
prince.
stairs and shuts himself in his bedroom.
What if he's actually doing the fucking story, you guys? Like, what if he's
So
writing it out? We could have changed the ending right there.
You
That's
gave him the
insane,
ending.
Ross.
You're the reason the prince is going to die.
Yeah, I was trying to change it, and you fucking
Amara.
were like, no, that's the duckling.
Ugly duckling.
That can't be real. That doesn't make sense.
It is. You
It
don't
is.
remember
He
what
writes all the
happened to Noah?
stories. He's the author.
Friendship of the author. Look, it's a little kid, though. His little play stories. Oh well, what's done is done.
Oh.
There's no time ripple. You just completed the time ripple. Achievement unlocked.
All right. Well, I guess we best go to the ball.
Let's go. It'll be fun.
Could be
This will not
fun.
be fun.
What if we tell Nathaniel to go to the ball and try to stop it because he has strong magic?
Well, we have to head to that flower stand anyway, right? We're burning daylight here.
I mean, we don't have to go, but I'm just suggesting.
It is a ball. I guess I have to be fancy.
You can wear anything you'd like. You can wear your armor.
I don't think they'll let me in.
All right, then let's go buy flowers and a dress.
Ugh, okay.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So, you guys leave out of the Broken Wheel Tavern with your stuff in tow, and you follow excuse me, the signs and the pathways towards the flower district, which is kind of a more cozier part of Salem, where trees are overgrown and kind of that ivy covered walls with wisteria hanging. It's very romantic and charming in this little area. There's a couple flower stalls, an apothecary that you see, but as you get closer you see that some of the places have boarded up signs like closed by order of the king, or closed indefinitely, and it's kind of almost like the grass and growth is overtaking it because it hasn't been kept up with, if that makes sense.
Can Draco see if any of the doors are unlocked?
Yeah, as you go to them, most of the doors are locked as you kind of pass by some abandoned and boarded up shops.
Is there any close enough to like where the ball is or anything? So are we going to a place that's inside of the building? Or is it outside?
You just know that he was told that he works in the flower district.
No, I know that, but I'm talking about like for the festival tonight. Do we know like
Oh,
is
it's
it like out in the
inside.
open?
It's inside
is
of the
it-
castle.
Inside the castle.
So why are we trying to get Nathaniel to the ball?
Lux was suggesting that he had some really strong powers, if you know what I mean.
We might have lost her. Oh,
There we go. Okay. I was suggesting that maybe he has power enough, maybe he could deflect whatever now Ella's gonna do with the wand. Or Anastasia, or Drizella, whoever is deemed Ugly Duckling now. Somehow we have to stop Prince Darren from dying, if that's really what you feel, Amara.
it was the gut feeling. It felt like it was the right thing to do.
Honestly, I think having Nathaniel at the ball would be just another good guy to have there. You know what I mean? Another, if we can convince him, of course. I mean, what are we
Well,
gonna? We don't
all we
have
can
an
do is
extra
try.
invite.
I feel like he would have an invite. It is Lady A, basically.
Yeah.
They are very good at singing. Maybe he can perform there.
Well, we gotta find him first, and
True.
Lux, you need a dress.
Yeah, yes. All right, we'll go to the first dress shop. I found the first cheapest dress I can find, and then we'll go find Lady A. Or if we find, not Lady A, Nathaniel. If we find Nathaniel first, then we'll talk to Nathaniel to dress later. Is that like a plan? So we're not wasting time?
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay,
I think so too.
then let's continue to look for a dress for Nathaniel.
You see a small little boutique that seems to be having not necessarily like greatest of fashion, but it's like fast fashion, kind of like an easier place to get some formal wear, if you will. But you head inside and you see that the dresses are, like I said, not the best, not necessarily secondhand, but definitely Temu quality.
Ew.
Yeah, but it's cheap and it's what you need.
Exactly. Lux will pick out a sunflower yellow dress to wear.
Okay.
Mm.
And she's like, I
Amara
think this is
goes.
good enough.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I just said this is good enough.
Amara walks up to the desk, the counter, and she's like, "Excuse me,
Yeah, what can I do for you?
do you have halfling size dresses?"
Um, no, but can you fit into a child's dress?
I'm a little bit more well endowed than a child.
Unfortunately, what you see is what you got here. There's a ball tonight.
Yeah, I know. Okay. And then Mara's gonna go, and she's gonna look in the child's clothing. Can she investigate to see if there's anything that could possibly fit her?
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, you see there are 2 dresses that look to be kind of your style and also in your color.
Okay. Amara, she looks at like a deep red. It's almost a very, very dark red dress, and she grabs it and she's like, "Okay, can I try this on?" And
Yeah, there's one in the back.
okay, and
You
she
kind of
goes,
go over to it and you see there's like dozens of dresses like haphazardly thrown over a chair, a pile of tuxedos, and very unkempt as people are rushing in and out, like trying to get like their own clothes ready for the ball this evening. But eventually you kind of squeeze your way past and find yourself in the dressing room. You pull your clothes on and you see that it's a snug fit. It's definitely not the best when it comes to hiding things, but because there's no pockets or anything like that, and it is very kind of tight, but it fits enough for what you need.
"Okay." She walks out, not exactly smiling, but she goes to find Lux. Did you find anything?
He's like pulls up the yellow dress, like, I found this thing. It's really fluffy.
I think it could work. I think it could work.
Yeah, I'll add some flowers to it from Nathaniel. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay.
And how do you feel?
Tight.
I mean, it works though. And if it all else fails, just take your dagger and go down the middle a little bit and give yourself some breathing room.
I don't have a dagger.
I mean, I guess we could find a sharp object.
Yes.
And just like,
Hmm.
oh,
Okay.
I mean, it's only for like a couple hours.
You're right. You're right. All right. I'm just gonna go pay. You go get changed.
Okay. And yeah, so we'll change and also pay.
We'll say they were like 20-ish each.
Dang, that's expensive for Timu.
I know it is expensive team.
I was gonna say Soren should browse through there too, but ouch.
I'm sorry, 20?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way you could do better? This is a child's dress.
Roll persuasion.
12?
I suppose you're right, but supply and demand, darling. There is a ball going on this evening. I'll give it for 18, and that's my final offer.
Fine. Thanks.
All right, so Nathaniel, maybe hopefully he can help. I don't know what the right choice is here. I feel more lost than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah, I mean, let's find Nathaniel. Let's get some flowers. We're headed to a ball. Let's not forget.
That's true. I am excited about the ball. I hope you do get to dance with somebody. That'd be fun.
If not, we'll just have to dance by ourselves. But something tells me we won't be doing a lot of dancing.
Yeah, I know.
One day,
It's about
Lux.
that.
One day.
Yeah, one day. Not today. Today we have business to do and get back to our own timeline. Fuck that, man. Ugh.
I don't even know what to do. Do we find Mim? Do we save the prince? I don't know. I think we're all
Do you find
clueless.
Marianne? I know. I don't know what the right action is, but maybe changing something in the timeline, maybe it would help. I don't know
Amara,
how's this going to help at all.
as they're talking and walking, she's going to kind of look around the crowd to see if she can see that black jacket and black hat that they saw Nathaniel wearing in the tavern. To
Just
see if
kind of
he, yeah,
around.
just around if we see him walking or anything like that. Just because they have no idea where to look in the Flower District.
So I'll just give you kind of a basic rundown. As you're seeing people go on about their days, some people getting ready, their hair up, and bonnets and rags and things like that. Makeup half done. Eventually, you see a small little flower stall with just a couple of roses left, and you see the man that you saw earlier from the key or the Broken Wheel Tavern as he flips over a sign that's set from open to close, and he pulls out the last couple roses before being stopped by Detective Kuo. As you kind of go forward, you kind of stop and see this happen. You can tell that Nathaniel doesn't want to see Kuo, but Kuo seems to be trying to get something from him. But eventually, Nathaniel is released from his kind of grasp and starts heading up the pathway towards you guys. Where you see him roll his eyes and Quo take out his notebook, jot something down, and then just kind of watch Nathaniel leave before disappearing in the Michigas.
Soren's gonna kind of lean over to whoever's next to him and say, "Is it just me, or does it look like Will kind of suspects Nathaniel for something?"
Oh, he does, definitely. Don't worry. It all turns out great in the end if we don't fuck things up.
Yes.
Well, it also looks like
Yeah.
he's closed his shop, so now what?
Well, we weren't actually there for flowers. We were there for Nathaniel. Flowers was the ruse.
Alright.
Should we follow Nathaniel though? Does he just went that way?
Yeah, we probably should.
At least try to make this right. And let's try to trail Nathaniel.
Okay. Roll perception.
$18.
You managed to follow him for quite some time throughout the city, keeping on his trail.
She's like, oh, she's like, I don't know if I can like say his name, and he'll just be like, how do you know my name? Maybe he'll say Ronnie knows. Okay, and she'll call out to Nathaniel, like, Nathaniel, wait.
You see him kind of and turn around to look over his shoulder to see who would have called out his name, as he doesn't recognize anyone in the immediate area. But then he sees that it was Lux calling out to him, and he says, "Oh, hello."
Hi. Are you going to the ball tonight? That sounds really weird and poor of me to say. I don't want to go with you. I'm just saying, asking are you going to the ball tonight at all?
You don't want to go with me? God, am I that hideous?
No. I mean, that sounds so wrong. I just didn't want me to sound very forward. That's all. Um, will you be at the ball tonight?
No, I have other things to attend to. Besides, that doesn't sound like any fun.
Oh, no. Okay, that's not great. Mm, He has no clue what to do without like giving too much away of like she's not from here.
Can you attend the ball with
Um,
her tonight?
I'm sorry, dear, but even if I wanted to go to the, you're not necessarily the persuasion I enjoy.
that is fully understandable. She blushes a little bit.
What about Soren? And Draco will push Soren towards him.
Soren will turn all red and get awkward and like touch his hair.
Well, I do find you quite handsome. You reek of
I can clean
I'm
that
sorry,
up
I
for
reek
you.
of what?
swamp water.
I'll have you know. He like gets offended, but then he decides better of it and says, "Yeah, you know, I think I forgot to shower."
How did you know that? How did you know that he's going from the swamp?
Because that's what he smells like. I didn't say he was from the swamp.
What do I smell like?
Naivety by Dolce & Gabbana.
She looks at Draco very confused, in fact. I don't know that smell, and I don't think where I come from smells like that.
Nope.
That'd be more like magical.
Pat,
Anyhow.
pat, pat, I mean, if I
Listen,
can get him cleaned up for you, would you want to join us?
as fun as that little race sounds, I do have other commitments I must attend to.
Drugs. Okay. Well, if you change your mind, please do come, because I think it'd be really great to have you there, like, at present, because
Listen,
you are really cool.
you seem very, very nice. But there's a few suitors ahead of you. You can't honestly think that you're the only one to ask me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, you have other suitors, and you don't have to go with me or any of us. I just want you to attend, that's all. Because, I think your presence would be quite received there. She looks the other like, what would I say?
A bunch of heteronormative bullshit. Pronouncing your son as an eligible bachelor for all the maidens in the land to come show off her tits so he can have a royal fuck. No, I have no interest in it.
Not even to make fun of it?
That means that would be beneath me.
I was gonna say you should come and represent, you know, a more sophisticated, better, smarter, you know, elegant lifestyle,
Represent.
but yeah,
I like where you're headed. Interesting. I can definitely make an appearance.
yeah, I mean, what if they ask you to perform? I mean,
No, I don't perform for royalty.
that's fair.
But
I'm just saying that either
Listen,
way,
I would love to continue chatting with y'all, but I have a sister's funeral to plan. It was very nice meeting you, Nameless.
we're so sorry for your loss.
Thank
Yeah.
you. When I find out who killed my sister, I will bring a tornado of hell upon them.
I can relate, man. I thought I
You should
lost
bring
my
a
sister
tornado of
once
hell in
too.
Mark's palace.
Anya,
Well,
what?
I'm sorry.
Your little sickly friend.
I said you should bring the tornado to the palace.
why would he do that?
But I don't know. I would just thought maybe it's called chaos there. It'd be funny. Chaos
What
is
makes
fun
you think I
sometimes.
can conjure a tornado?
Wonder,
You're
I don't
not
know.
Le Charmant, are you?
Huh?
Oh
Nope,
dear, I'm
definitely.
just kidding. Relax.
Okay.
Don't say
Listen,
that
we
too
don't
loudly.
mean to waste any more of your time, sir. I think she just gets nervous when she's excited, that's all, and
Well, I do hope you find someone to bring to the ball. Or just go by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh,
I
no worries. I was
agree.
definitely planning on going by myself.
You could go there to cause chaos, not necessarily a figuratively tornado.
We'll see. If my prior engagement lets me go, then maybe. But I have someone to take care of.
What's your prior engagement, if you don't mind me asking?
I have a meeting, if you will, with the one who calls himself the wizard.
Okay.
The wizard?
Sounds bad.
Yes, the Wizard of Ozendorf.
I thought
Have-
the wizard was out loud. Because of...
I'd surely like to see King Lorvis stand up to him.
Lux looks like petrified right now. She's like biting her tongue as hard as she can not to break timelines.
Alright. Well, if you think that's super important...
Yeah, I think the palace would be much cooler than seeing the Wizard of Oz. The door.
Let's just say the Wizard of Ozendorf has a way for me to get revenge on those I seek.
Why don't you
Yeah.
just do it yourself?
Because he offers ancient knowledge that most do not know.
Ancient knowledge, ancient knowledge.
Like how ancient? Like the time of the Magi? That ancient?
Alright, I grew bored of this conversation.
Okay. We tried, guys.
Yeah. Have fun with the Wizard of Ozendorf. Don't always trust everything you hear. And she backs away.
Thanks.
And she's like turns around, she's like, yeah, go see him, but I don't like I just want to warn him. And why is it so hard seeing well, she's making sure she's out of like earshot from Nathaniel. Be like, why is it so hard seeing like everybody before all the bad shit happens and you can't tell them the stuff?
They probably wouldn't believe you, even if we did say something.
Yeah, but if we'd stopped this one thing, we could have saved a lot of lives, I feel. We can't because what if it affects like our birth?
I don't know. But I think it's about time we go to the ball.
Already.
We tried.
Okay.
I'm not good with words.
They did better than I did.
Alrighty, so it is time for the royal ball. As you head towards the Winter Palace, you see lines and throngs of people lined up in carriages, horses, and just even by themselves as they line up toward the castle gates of this beautiful, glistening, pristine palace. Eventually, it gets your turn. You hand over the invitations and are introduced inside of the ball, which is a grandiose, beautiful, just extravagant palace. It's not as big as Haven, but it still is hung up with banners and decorations and things of all that nature. As music swells and plays, a grand ballroom before you is seen.
Lux kind of swoons at the scenery. She's like, oh, I love parties like this. One day I'll have a prince too.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What's your prince's name?
I have no idea.
Are there any princes left?
Nope, don't think so. But it's all just a dream anyhow. I gotta focus on my studies. That's how to
Soren.
deal things.
Soren's just gonna look around intimidated. And yeah, just intimidated.
All right. Let's keep a steady eye on the horizon. Watch for Lady Tremaine. Watch for Ella. Watch for Anastasia. Watch for Gisela.
Maleficent?
Watch for
Our parents?
Mal. Yeah. She's trying to think through her history. Be like, I think Jupiter's here. You guys' parents. Not Queen Seraphina yet. So, yeah.
Sybil kind of looks at Soren. Like, do you know half the people she's talking about?
No.
Right. Lux, you might have to help us identify some of these.
Oh, okay. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
Hopefully they look the same as they did in Uncle Eliot's.
See?
All right, let's mingle, I guess. Do our best to prevent
Remember,
something from happening.
watch out
Oh.
for parents.
Where's the
Mhm.
prince? Have you seen him?
Actually,
You
no.
see him at the end of the ballroom.
Okay.
The kind of throne. He's being introduced with lords and ladies, princes and princesses, kings, queens. Like people are all kind of talking to him and getting to know him.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Or at least make our way close to him. Because
Yeah,
if we can't
sure.
see Lady Tremaine, we might as well act as a bodyguard.
Mm-hmm. Stay close to him without
Mhm.
being creepy. Okay,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
then let's get close. And she'll start making her way to Prince Darren.
Okay, so you manage to get yourself over towards Prince Darren, who continue. He's kind of in this white embroidered suits outfit. Sword is strapped, and sheathed. He is coiffed and ready for a night of ballroom dancing.
Lux will try to get in line to see him, I guess. Really try to make her way to introduce
Okay.
herself at least. So she's like, not some creep.
Okay. What about everyone else?
We introduce ourselves.
Okay. So you get in line, and eventually it's almost like a meet and greet almost at this point. But you finally approach the prince, and what do you do?
Lex will full on like curtsy and be like, hello, Prince Darren.
Roll
Is
performance.
um, is this just the women that are getting close to him, or is you said it's like a meet and greet? Like, are the men like introducing themselves too?
Mhm.
Okay.
She got 26. I have +7 performance.
So you bow very eloquently to the prince, or curtsy, and then he bows back as well. Well, hello, and your name is?
I am Lex from Haven.
Well, hello, Lux from Haven. It's nice to meet you.
You too. Have you seen any eligible bachelorettes here that you actually fancy and not like for just being nice to?
Unfortunately, none. My eye. But that doesn't mean I could at least wed one for father's sake.
No, but what about true love?
That exists in storybooks.
You know, I exist in real life. I've seen it. Trust me.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Lux of Haven.
You too. Just be alert.
And guards start to kind of like usher you.
Okay, bye. She's like looks at you and shrugs. She's like, Troy.
Hello there, he says as the next for the next person.
Sybil will curtsy and approach
Roll
him.
performance.
19.
You bow and curtsy pretty well. Taken care of. Nothing too crazy for the gentry and court and stuff like that.
She'll say, "Pleasure to meet you, Prince Darren."
Likewise. And what is your name? Where do you hail from?
My name is Sybil from Haven.
Sybil from Haven. I'm sure you know the person before you. She was from Haven as well.
Big city. But yes, I do actually know her. She's a friend.
Interesting. No, should I wed you, what do you bring to the table for the kingdom?
Well, I suppose I would want you to wed her less about what someone could do for the kingdom and more about what they could do for you.
I like where your head's at, but that will not suffice my father. It was very nice meeting you, Sybil. I hope you have a safe trip back to Haven.
Thank you.
And the guards usher her out as well. Hello there.
Hello, Your Highness. My name is Soren, and he'll kind of like bow.
Are you here as a guest or a suitor?
I'm here as a guest, but I wouldn't say no to potential suitor.
Well, roll performance.
Nat 20.
Thanks. Well, not that we would bear any children. Maybe a walk through the gardens would be nice.
Don't mind if I do.
You must be from the south.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Ah, I'd really like to go to New Orleans. I heard they have great food.
Oh yeah, man, the beignets are something to drool over, I'll tell you.
The guards start to usher you away, and Prince Aaron says, "It's fine. He's actually worthwhile in conversation." Well, perhaps I will put you down for a dance. You said it was Soren?
Yes, sir. Soren Tulane.
Soren Tulane. You will be the sixth
Thank you.
you'll be the sixth dance of the evening.
Well, I'm very excited.
The pleasure's all
Highness.
mine.
He'll kind of like bow again a little bit and walk off.
Okay.
Lux is doing this. He's like,
Next. Hello there.
Amara walks up. Nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you as well. What is your name?
Amara.
And where do you hail from?
Haven.
Interesting. You're a man or a woman of very few words.
Yes, I am.
What are you here for, if not to become a potential suitor?
Well, it sounded like we were forced to do this, same as you.
I shall force no one in my kingdom to come.
That's what the invite kind of said. All bachelors and bachelorettes must attend.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to talk to my father about that wedding.
So, I'm here. I'm in my line, in your queue. It's nice to meet you, Prince.
Yes, it is nice to meet you, isn't it? Well, and the knights start to kind of usher her along as well.
Amara is gonna not necessarily grab the prince, she's actually going to like, touch the knight's arm. She's like, "Be careful. You don't know who lurks here." And then she wanders off.
Okay. Oh wow, perfect. Just in time for Draco. What is he up to?
Draco's going to be following behind Blocks, kind of like a bodyguard in the sense of like watching out for other patrons
Okay.
and making sure that no men are making any.
Did you meet the prince?
No, I think Draco would actively. I mean, if the prince tried to introduce himself to Draco, Draco would. Otherwise, he would not actively introduce himself.
Because Lux was talking to the prince, and she introduced herself and talked to him.
Draco would just like nod and like bow to him, unless he tried to be like, "Oh, who are you, sir?"
Okay. Yeah, he's trying to get to know everyone. He says, "Oh, I'm Prince Darren, and you are?"
My name is Draco.
And are you the suitor of Lux of Haven?
Yeah, I'm sure Lux will also laugh, but like Draco will be like stop, be like laughing, and be like, "I'm sorry, I'm basically like her older brother."
So then are you potential suitor?
Depends on how you play your cards.
I see that we might not get along. It was
We
a
might.
pleasure to meet you, Jacob.
It's a pleasure to meet you, and he'll bow.
What performance?
I'm gonna use that reroll.
Okay.
Thank God. Unnatural 20.
Yes. All right. It was very nice to meet all of you. And then he goes and takes the next guest, Love and Shove.
Lux will be like, the Soren will be like, you have a chance to warn him for reals.
I mean, I don't know if I can warn him, but what I am gonna try and do is make a suggestion.
What's
Okay.
your suggestion going to be?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Because I can't just outright tell him because he's not gonna believe me.
What if you knock
No.
him out?
I would sooner knock myself out and then throw myself off a building.
Let's see what
I'm
you
not
know.
trying to die here.
What if you wrote it out and slipped him a note?
Suddenly, the doors to the ballroom, it's been probably about half an hour. Everyone has kind of danced or getting food. The prince has danced with a couple people here and there. Less and less people are trickling in. But eventually, doors burst open, and high up from the balcony, in a blue periwinkle dress and coiffed blonde hair, woman steps forward as the entire kind of ball quiets down, and everyone looks up at her. You see that she's magnificently beautiful, with butterflies in her coiffed blue shirt. The prince stops talking to one of the other women, and he steps forward from the crowd of people as she then squats down and bows and curtsies at the top of the stairs of the balcony. As people start parting way of the ballroom, the king Norvis up on his throne chair looking at Oak. As she descends, and just it's almost like as if butterflies are flying around her in a mystical, magical kind of glittering aura. She smiles as everyone kind of almost like is taken aback by her beauty. The prince then parts and steps away as a bare ballroom kind of opens up, parting the seas, if you will. She steps forward, smiles, does an hour of small little curtsy bow, and then the prince meets her at the center of the ballroom, and they exchange a glance with each other, and you could just overhear them say,
Overhear them say what?
if you listen to the Everas one, you can hear it. He takes her waist and kind of tucks her in close as music begins to swell and people begin watching this mysterious blonde woman in her dress and the prince dance.
Lux, when she saw like the woman appear, she's gonna whisper the rest of she's like, and like,
Okay.
oh, she's gonna whisper like, it's Ella. I'm really excited.
When does Lady Tremaine show up? She whispers back.
I don't know. I didn't get the exact timeline when
Yeah,
Uncle Elliot was telling us the story.
I think this is the point where we should maybe split up into groups and look for some people that we should look for.
Lux is
Draco
the only
turns
one
to
who
Sybil
knows.
and whispers to her, "Hey, you know how you're still worried about messing up the timeline and like the canon event? Are you not worried about Mim messing it up? Because if Mim's here, she may be plotting against this."
3 villains?
A good point.
Yeah.
Mal, Tremaine, and Mim all
Sybil.
here.
Sybil.
Someone throw a rock at her.
What? I'm sorry, what?
I leaned over and I said, "Are you not? You were very worried about like messing up the timeline with like saving him and everything like that. But what if Mim's here to also mess up the timeline in a worse way?"
Oh, I thought you were asking the whole group. I mean, there's really no way for us to know that.
Right.
There's really no way
So
for us to know one way or another. All we can really do is
I still think, guys, I think we should play it by what happens. If our parents disappear, well, your parents disappear because we don't know what my mother's going to do or what she was doing in that time. But if they disappear, then we try to save him. If they don't disappear, then we go from where we go. I mean, I'd rather not intervene and cause the whole world to collapse. But at the same time, if Mim's here, I feel like we should focus more on her than anything else. Um, if need be, I will fight my mother, and you guys can get out of here.
It's not gonna happen, Draco.
Yeah.
I'm making the declaration now that if something happens and she is trying to fight you guys, I will take the fight. You guys get out of here. Okay?
What we should do is get Mim, if Mim's here. What if all
I'm
3
saying
are here?
if Mim's here, you guys focus on her. I will focus on my mother's. Cool, and we can go from
Okay.
there. Because Mim's the bigger problem here. My mother might have already been a part of this, and who knows how that plays out. But I will try to divert most of her attention and their attention away, so that way you guys can focus just on Mim and everything else.
What about Lady Tremaine?
If
If
it's a
all 3
canon
of them are
event,
here,
I well, going by off Noah's story, it's gonna be Ella that does the close.
But he also did say 3 villains.
he said 3 villains. And my mother's one, Lady Tremaine, and then I assume Mim would be the third, unless they're counting Ella already, and then Mim's not here and whatever. Then we go from there. We try to save the prince. I think saving the prince, if our parents are gone, is priority number 1. If our parents are still here, then we let it play out how it's playing out. If it seems like there's an other force that isn't part of the natural story, then we act in that like against that force. Does
Right.
that make sense?
Stay close to the prince, but not too close. Look out for purple hair, gray hair, and horns.
And
Purple
as soon
hair,
as
gray
Lux
hair.
does that, Amara's going to do a quick scan.
Roll investigation.
D16 plus 3. Okay, 19.
So as you survey the crowd, you see that the blonde woman and the beautiful periwinkle dress leave through a side door towards a courtyard as they dance away. And then you also see a group of people. One looks to be maybe a ranger of some sort. There's leaves covering over. And one seems to look kind of like Sybil if she was a lot younger. Also exit through that doorway as well.
Guys, they're leaving. We gotta follow them.
Okay,
What about
let's
my
do
dance
it.
with the prince?
They're dancing outside.
Fluff up your prince out there.
We gotta go. Come on.
Soren's gonna follow.
Yeah, we will follow our parents. Basically.
And also from far behind, looking down a lot.
All right. Then everyone go ahead and stealth.
Oh gosh, I'm
Big
nervous.
nat 20.
Nice.
Total of 23.
11.
12.
I'm the worst rogue ever.
You are so bad. I'm sorry. It's hilarious. I got a 19.
So she can cast spells.
That's true. She's a great
I got a-
spellcaster.
I got a 4.
A terrible rogue. A wonderful warlock.
So you all managed to slip out into a courtyard. Amara, you don't notice it yet, but someone followed you
You.
because you were not being very sneaky.
Mara's just throwing her hands in the air. Like, excuse me, I'm trying to get out of here.
You you kind of like go into this courtyard as you see the other group of people hiding behind some hedges. So you decide to hide it behind some hedges on the other side as well. And then you hear 3 footsteps come up from behind you, and as you turn to see, you see an old looking woman. Here, I got you. This is like the most perfect.
Yes, I want to see everyone in the ball.
Right.
Oh yeah, that dress.
And let's see. And you also see Anastasia. Well, as the trio of them have come up behind you, Amara, following you out,
Oh,
and the one in the center, she goes, "Spying on the prince, are we?"
Amara slowly turns around and she notices the gray hair and she reaches under her skirt. She strapped her weapons to her leggies.
oh my god.
Interesting. Everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. Oh god.
Another natural 20. I'm gonna die. This is gonna be the last one. I'm gonna roll
Fuck.
all natural ones after this, and I'm so scared.
16.
It's a 10.
6.
14.
I would be 25 with modifiers, but
Shh.
With a 23, you succeed. If you have less than 23, you are under the Geiko spell. She flips open her her sleeve, and a silver sparkling wand is produced as kind of trails of glitter go over all you. Geiko is a magical command. That forces you to carry out a service or refrain from action course of activity as the person decides. You are basically charmed for the duration for 30 days.
Can
Hold
is
on.
It,
While under the tree, while you are charmed, you take 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to my instructions, but no more than once each day. A creature, let's see. You can command it to choose any sort of activity that could result in certain death. Should you use a suicidal command, the spell ends, and then I can end the spell should you wish it, but because this is a 5th level spell, it's for 30 days.
30.
2 questions.
Sure.
Is it a concentration spell or no?
No.
Okay. Second, does it count as an attack?
No.
Heard.
30 days.
Cool.
Now, why don't you all just stay put? I can't having another runt spoil my plans. Anastasia and Drizella, they kind of like snicker at you. And then they sneak off the sides of the courtyard where Ella and Prince Charming are on a swing back and forth in a tree. Eventually, Lady Tremaine steps forward and says, "Look at all this. Did you really think this would be a day of celebration?" A flash of lightning and thunder echoes across the sky as 6 hooded figures appear behind Lady Tremaine, their faces hidden by a black veil. "You're done here, Mother," the girl begins speaking. As she gets up from the swing, Prince Charming kind of stands at the girl's side. "Anastasia and Drizella, they've been saved. They see through you. The harvest ritual will be no more. Not under your reign." Then Lady Tremaine says, "You never quite managed to finish your chores, do you, Cinderella?" "Don't call me that. I go by my mother's name now since you've turned my real Fleur Ash." "Oh, but I much preferred you on the dirty, soot-covered floor of the sanctum. How did you manage to do it?" "The WLF. They're going to help me put an end to you and end this king's decree about outlawing magic." "Oh, my dear, the king should be the last of your worries. He'll come running to me when I tell him I have this." And she brandishes the wand again and swirls it in the air. "Fairy godmother's wand? Oh, so you do know what this is, and you know exactly what can do with it. You're not strong enough to use it. No, but you are." And then from behind Lady Tremaine, a black swirl of smoke appears as a woman with crimson hair appears with the prince now gagged in thorn and dark magic with a black blade to his throat. "No, let him go. He has nothing to do with it." "Poor Cinderella, always wanting to do the right thing. You will let us complete the harvest ritual, and the power will be transferred into the wand instead of a witch. Then I will let your charming prince go." "No, I won't let you kill him." "You're forgetting one little detail. I am the Supreme." A bright light white flashes, and Ella is bound by magical chains. Anastasia and Drizella step forward, both with devilish smirks on their face. You won't. Wonder why we're doing this? Why it's all happening? It's quite simple, really. I figured a clever girl like yourself would understand. You disobeyed the Coven's long tradition of harvest ritual, ruined most of our magic. Our sisters have died by the hands of the king's men because of you. We lost some of our best alchemists who were developing cures for the lichens. They took over our grove and thought that they could do it themselves, and lo and behold, they created something much worse. The whipping pox. And don't even get me started on the vampire. The witches that have created the daylight rings were burned at the stake, releasing the magic protecting them. Now I've had to deal with Lucifer and his wild demands, stating that this was all a show and some manipulative plan to exterminate them from the city so that Salem would be safe haven for witches again. This all could have been avoided if you had just followed the ritual, Cinderella. But now, my dear, sweet princess, all of their blood is on you. I didn't know that. Of course you didn't, because all you think about is yourself. You wanted to go to the ball. You wanted to stop the ritual because it's going to kill you. Did you perhaps think that I had a plan? Fiona was showing powers of resurrection. She could have revived you. Do you not think for even one moment that I will allow my own daughters to be killed for magic? No, magic can be taken from you, Cinderella, but fear stays with you forever. Fine, I'll do it. Just leave the prince out of this. I don't need your permission, you insolent girl. I just need your magic to cast my curse, and an unbreakable curse indeed. A blinding white flash erupts from the digs into Ella's body, almost like an apple being squeezed for its juices. The magic inside of Ella drains and transfers over to the wand. Ella falls to the ground in a lifeless thud against the cold marble floor of the castle courtyard. Ha! Now that she's gone, the next step of my plan in play. Thorn, kill the prince. This kingdom will be mine. With pleasure, my supreme. And she goes to dig in the dagger. But Lady Tremaine stops her. I am no longer supreme. I am the matriarch. You are a fool to think I'd waste magic. Now, do it. Suddenly, a roar echoes across the sky. A deep, guttural, monstrous roar.
Cool.
Draco, you know this sound. And as much as you're used to the sound, it still terrifies you.
To my core.
It is mother.
It's not mama. It's mother.
It echoes across the sky. Green hellfire lights up as it descends over the castle like fireflies in the night. And eventually a puff of smoke, ash, cinders, and lime green light descend as a dragon flies into the courtyard. And then a woman with thorns on her growing from her head and a staff protruding from a flowing black cape ripples in the night. Oh, yes. Lady Tremaine, bending the laws of magic yet again. I've stopped you before, dear. I will stop you again.
Mommy's
Give
a good
me-
guy?
Huh?
I said, Mommy's a good guy.
Well, give me the wand, or be burnt to a crisp. Oh. I thought you'd be stopping by, crashing another party you wanted to invite. No. This one's more important. The king outlawing all Les Charmants, thinking he can round up my fairy folk. I will not have it. And you've wrapped the prince up just so nicely. I can swallow him whole, become a dragon again. Hand over the wand now. And Lady Tremaine says, or what? Maleficent raises her staff as some of the cloaked figures become her goons, basically. The ones that Draco you slept with, some of her fairy folk are with her, as they have replaced the Nightingale's covens. Witches. What? This couldn't possibly be true. Anastasia, Drizella, get behind. Now what was the spell? Bibbidi-bobbity. And then you hear, no. And with a poop of purple magic, the wand disappears, and sitting perched up on top of a tree is a plump little old witch with crazy purple hair, and rags and robes, as she kicks her little legs back and forth from the branch as she has the wand. Oh dear, now Madam Mim has messed it up again. No, let me finish this spell for you, dear. Bibbidy-bobbity-boo. And Anastasia, Drizella, and Lady Tremaine turn into pumpkins as Madame Mim comes and smashes the pumpkins, their guts flying out everywhere. And she stumps around, smashing them into the ground. And then she looks over at Maleficent and she goes, oh, well, look at you. What you gonna do, turn into a little lizard? Who are you? Well, I'm the marvelous Madame Mim. You haven't heard of me? No, I haven't. But what are you doing with the wand? Something I should have fixed all those years ago. I'm going to settle my little battle with Merlin. And now that I have a fully charged wand, I can do it. I came back just at the perfect moment. Now, if you don't mind, little lizard, bibbidi-bobbity-boo. And Maleficent, as she goes to cast a spell into a dragon, she shrivels down into that the size of a little gecko. Madame Mim picks her up by the tail and says, oh dear. And she goes to swallow her.
No.
Draco would then cast Eldritch Blast on her. Nim.
Alright, roll AC.
Oh, okay, back off. Thank you. 7 plus. What am I rolling? Attack?
Mm-hmm. To see
Okay.
if you hit.
16.
Does not hit.
I get 2 attacks with it.
Go ahead.
22.
That hits.
Okay.
Did what?
Did Lady Tremaine's spell wear off of us since she was turned into a pumpkin?
Correct.
Smash.
Oh,
Okay,
thank goodness.
cool.
Okay.
D10. That's a 9, and she's thrown back. Let's see where it is. 10 feet in a straight line from wherever I hit her from.
Okay. So the lizard goes flying in somewhere in the courtyard as she gets blasted backwards, and she says, oh, that's cheating.
Lux will pop out, but that's not cheating. That's mean.
Is
But
the
give that
knife
wand back.
still to his throat?
No, they're all gone.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
Mim, undo all this. This is not funny.
Oh, but I think it is. I didn't even attack you. I brought you here to from my timeline to me altering it. I thought we were friends.
Oh, that's fine,
Listen,
but you have
it's
the
my
wand now.
mother.
Make him unalive.
I apologize, but that was my mother.
Well, she was just going to screw up my plans anyways.
Listen, I'm not mad that you turned her into a lizard. Just don't kill her. Like, you turning her into a lizard and throwing her away is one thing. I don't care about that. I can at least agree with you that I'm fine with you turning. That actually solves one of my problems. I was actually afraid of having to deal with her. So you turning her into a lizard, that's fine.
Just don't eat her.
Just don't eat her.
Yeah.
Probably not
I don't know.
sanitary.
I don't think you'd want that in your stomach, anyways.
We'll see about that.
I mean, if you can go find her and wherever she went.
Do you not understand that I have the literal harness of magic in my hand? Anything I
you
want comes true.
What's that wand made out of, anyway?
I don't know. Why does it matter? It does what I want. It's more Chinese magic. It is said that not even gods can change what this wand can do.
Have you ever
Well,
thought about what it might be like to live in another universe?
I've lived centuries in a crystal. I'm getting my revenge.
do you even know where Merlin is?
I can? Should I summon him? Hanging over a vat of acid?
No. I mean, if you want, but why don't you do it like a cooler way? Like sounds like a pretty easy death, you know?
Acid with monsters in it. Yes, bibbity-bobbity-boo.
Wait! Why do you want somebody else to do your magic for you? Like, why are you making the monsters kill him? Wouldn't you want to do it?
A
Your
cauldron
own
full
hands?
of acid and floating monsters of acid and corruption just kind of swallow up the entire fountain in the courtyard. As dangling above it, you see a young Eliot Spellman in his Wakefield Academy uniform dangling by his feet.
Mim, I have a question.
No time for questions, dear.
Isn't this
Time
about
for
vengeance?
revenge.
Don't you want to
That's
prove
not
that you're
even
stronger
Merlin.
than him?
I am, with this wand.
Okay, well then why don't you fight him in his prime and you in your prime?
Because we've already fought once, and he didn't play fair. He cheated!
Are you playing fair right now?
No, but I'm getting him back.
If you both play dirty, then it's a fair fight. So you in your prime and him in his prime.
I don't
And
like
then
your
if
logic.
you win.
Are we within 90 feet of Madam Mim?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, from one evil person to someone who wants revenge. I think a fair fight is the best kind of fight. It proves that you're stronger. Even without the wand, you'd probably still beat him.
But see, the thing is I don't care. I just want him
think you care.
gone.
I know, but if you get rid of him now, then where's the fun in it?
Amara goes up to Soren, and she whispers, "Throw me. I'm gonna
I'm
catch
sorry.
him.
Yeet!
What
Throw
did you
me.
say?
Throw me
Where?
at Eliot. I'll get him down from the acid."
What if you both just fall into the acid?
Well,
Oh,
then,
whatever. So Soren's just going to like hoist her up and then like do a spin and chuck her as hard as he can at Eliot.
Alright, you're gonna roll strength.
If Mim goes to cast a spell, he will target the wand, not Mim, with the Eldritch Blast.
Lex was also going to try to mage hand the wand away.
Strength 21.
Lux, you ready for the old throw and grab?
Throw dress.
I blast it out of her hand, you grab it. That's how we used to get the wine out of Elliot's hand.
I'm afraid I just threw Amara too hard.
No,
Fucking splatters against the wall.
That's what I'm worried about. I was like, 21.
Homelander style.
Oh no.
So yeah, you throw Amara. at Eliot, who is hanging over this 30-foot round vat of acid and monsters coming above it. Roll a strength check to hold on.
Me?
This is what I was scared.
16 plus 5, 21.
You are
What?
able to hang on to him.
Oh my god.
I thought
is
I
this
thought I would be
happening?
able to get you off. Out of this.
I'm being held magically by my feet.
Oh no, I thought the weight of both of us would make us go.
You're not
We're
very
gonna
adept
try
at
to-
magic.
No. You adept at magic? Think of something. You're smart.
I don't have a wand.
We'll try to do it without a wand.
That's not how it works.
You can't use your hands?
They're a little tied up right now.
She holds on and she has a hand axe under her skirts. And she goes and grabs it and she goes to
He's like magically bound. There's no he's not hanging by anything. He's literally above. Yeah.
Dang it. It was a good plan. I liked it.
Mim at this time says, "And what are you doing? This is no swing. Get off of him." And she lowers him closer to the acid. As it starts bubbling and snapping as the monsters are trying to reach for him, his hair starts getting singed, and his skin starts burning.
Amras wings at the monsters to go away.
And Draco would shoot at the wand at that point.
Okay. So she is everyone, let's see, go ahead and roll.
Initiative? Everyone
No.
roll initiative? Or
No.
me roll to attack?
Yes, both of you.
Roll to attack?
Uh-huh.
You're attacking the
Okay.
monsters, I'm attacking the
Yes.
wand. 17 for the wand, first hit. And 19 for the wand, second hit.
And then you're going to roll twice again.
22 and 16.
Okay. Amara.
14 and 17 for the acid monsters.
Okay. And you rolled twice?
Yes, because I have double attack.
Okay.
Extra attack. Sorry.
Roll twice again.
10. 14 plus 19.
Okay.
To be clear, let me see, give me a second. Yeah, okay, it's just a repelling blast. Sorry. Trying to make sure.
Okay. So first what she does is she casts silvery barbs at the two of you, which basically it distracts you in your eyes. You have to take your lower. And then she's also going to you said just 16 and then a 10 and you have to take 10 for both. That does not hit the acid monsters. And was it a 16 you said? Was your
For me?
lowest, Draco?
Yeah, 16 was my lowest.
Okay, that also does not hit. And well, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, they do. That does not hit.
Okay.
And so now she's pissed.
I mean, fair. I can't be mad at that. I mean,
This is it. This is the end of Merlin and all that is good for you. And your little friend that clinged on to you will die as well. And she goes to lower the wand.
Soren cast Thorn Whip and try and get the wand out of her hand.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Nat 20.
Roll again.
What am I rolling again?
The same exact roll what you did.
Okay.
It's a thorn warp attack.
Right. Okay. 17.
Okay. So the thorn whip wraps around her arm. Actually, oh wait, no. Let's see. No, 17 does not hit.
Damn.
Oh.
Can Lux try to run over and grab her hand up there? Like, this isn't a fun way to do this.
Hmm.
This isn't chaotic enough.
Is she running up where?
To Madame Mim to like stop her from casting the spell, basically.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Maybe while Lux is trying to persuade her, while she's distracted, Sybil could try and knock the wand out of her hand with a spell.
She rolled a 15.
A 15.
Yeah.
16, 17, 18. Got 8. So she was not able to persuade her. And then what spell, Sybil, are you trying to use?
She is gonna try to. I guess use Witch Bolt to try to blast the wand out of her hand.
Okay.
And maybe hopefully not break the wand or the spell, but blast it out of her hand. So is a 14.
That does not hit.
No, it does
Draco
not.
would like, Mim, wait a minute. Is this the Merlin?
Roll persuasion with a disadvantage.
Persuasion. What's my persuasion? Plus 7. 18 for that one. Unnatural 20 for that one. So 18.
Okay. That is what I said.
Doesn't look like him.
Could I
Merlin,
go
I
with
know,
you?
has white hair.
Well, I cast a spell and a Merlin came.
I know. Can I lower him with you? He's
Why
always
should I
pissed
trust
me
you?
off. Well, I didn't realize that this was the Merlin. I didn't really think about it like that. I was more angry in the whole situation about my mother.
Attack him with one of your bolts of magic, then.
Can I come stand next to you then?
No. Do it there.
Well, how am I supposed to hit him from here?
You have perfect range, do you not? You
I
hit
do
me,
not.
you can hit him.
Isn't he farther away from you?
No.
Is he right next? Is Mim right next to them?
No. You're at the same range Mim is to Eliot as.
Okay, so me to Mim is the same as me to Eliot. Okay.
Correct.
Uh, Draco would then cast darkness on Mim and yell for Lux, because Lux was right there trying to like push up the arm. Would yell for
Yeah, she
Lux to
basically
try to grab the
stops the
wand.
wand.
How much area does darkness cover?
A decent
That
amount.
would blind the rest of us too, right? Because it's an
15-foot
AoE.
radius.
Oh, 15. That's not too bad.
Yeah, no. And I would be pointing, like the emanating part would be on the wand itself, so that way if Lux does grab it and she runs away, then has a harder time hitting.
Okay. What spell level are you using for darkness?
It's a level 2 spell, I believe.
All right. So, almost instantaneously, the spell backfires with a counter spell. Because it is 3rd level or lower, it immediately. You
So does
really
anything even happen?
no.
Okay.
Well, time to say goodbye to the Merlin then.
Lux, time!
Lexa's gonna start looking for the time device on Mim since she's really close during all this.
Roll perception.
Okay. 19.
Roll sleight of hand.
What's the dice score still? 19.
Alrighty, so as you are scouring over Mim's rags, you try to find the swinging pocket watch, and then you see the glittering of it, and you go and you reach for it, and you pull it off of her body.
She's gonna be like this. She's like, oh shit. And she's
So
going to hopefully know how to work it and be like, okay.
There's just a whole bunch of buttons.
She's like, should I button mash?
So you slip, and your finger presses onto one of the things as everything freezes, and then time starts swirling around you, and things start cascading in on each other as a time vortex opens up. Backwards, forwards, upside down, time passes you by. Similar to the portal from before, you're seeing glimpses of stories being told, from wedding bells being sung to the start of their stories. Snow White now a young girl again. Cinderella back in the old chateau. Belle no longer knowing the beast. Alice never falling down the rabbit hole. Aladdin never finding the lamp. Moana never leaving her island. Elsa never knowing her sister. As they split and the timelines converge, spinning, twirling, as you hear bibbidi-bobbity-boo, 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 chanting over and over until silence. And you see yourselves on a small bank near the ocean. It is dark and night, and you don't remember anything that just happened.
What?
And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
What?
Oh no.
Where are we?
Does Lux have the thing in her hand still? The time turner?
It's no longer there.
Oh shit.
Is young Merlin
What time is it?
there?
Nighttime?
No one is there besides you guys.
Is it nighttime?
Yes.
Do we
Oh, I don't
remember who we are to each other?
Right now, that's all you know.
Are we
only know
like?
each other.
Are we standing around or are we laying down like scattered, like
You're,
shipwreck
yes,
style?
you were shipwreck style.
We have been tossed from the universe onto the
Oh my
shore.
god.
Great.
You have no idea if this is real or not.
Are we
Oh my
still in
It's
our
just-
same clothes?
Yes, you are in your adventurer's outfits.
Okay, so I'm not in like the gown. It's just like her adventurer clothes. Mouthful
Yes.
of
This
sand.
episode. Welcome to Aloria.
Oh my
Oh, I wish.
god.
That'd be so cool. That would be so cool.
That would be amazing.
Funny.
That'd be really.
But also
fun.
then oh my god. I don't know.
Guys, did I mess up there? I feel like I may have messed up there. I don't.
About freaking Eldritch blasting her wand.
Well,
Or
first of all, my mother. I mean, again, it's still my mother. Like, I can't be. Like, I have to be at
I
least
thought
a
you
little
wanted her
impartial.
to die.
By my hand.
Oh, okay.
Not Mim. I mean, God, I don't like her.
I have no clue what to do with that whole entire
Plus,
situation.
again,
I was like,
also,
how do we
who
save
knows what would have
Eliot?
happened from there? Like, my mother's still alive in our timeline. If Mim ate her, Like,
Yeah.
You were
That's what, like-
technically alive back then. So if she ate her, that wouldn't ruin anything. It's still alive at this moment.
Oh no. Maybe he should have let her die.
I'm not talking about me. Like, I'm saying, like, my mother was still alive, like, in our timeline. So if she would have died back here, like, it wouldn't have... The same events wouldn't have transpired. Unless I'm talking to my mother as, like, ethereal plane. I guess I never really...
You're changing the past.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But now, does it even matter?
Who knows?
Does anything
I
matter?
really did decide if I wanted to Eldritch Blast Eliot, because I was gonna do like Repelling Blast on both of you guys, like to see if I could like shoot you guys off of it. But then I was like, knowing my luck, I would shoot Amara off, and I would just murder Eliot.
That would not be good. That would not be good.
I tried.
Elliot-
I thought it would work.
No,
Hey,
listen,
listen, I was like, I'm gonna let them figure something out, and until I find something.
I get like the other part of me was gonna throw and break that glass. Do I have that thing still? That blue time glass, time hourglass thing?
Yeah.
My next, if Lux couldn't find it, I was just gonna shatter that and see what happens.
My
Can
two
we-
plans were like find the time turner, and the other one was find another wand and like throw it to Elliot. But that seemed
Mhm.
far fetched. So I was like, I'm gonna
Don't you have
try
a
to find the
wand?
time turner. No,
I thought you did have a
I
wand for
brought
the
my
spell
wand of
question.
secrets, and I thought about trying to get it to him to see if he could do something with it, even, I don't know, useful at all.
Yeah. No,
But-
I thought about throwing my staff, but I didn't want to become completely defenseless.
Can we talk about how I was cheated out of my dance with the prince?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about that?
There were so many moments, like after you guys all got like controlled and I wasn't, I was like, God damn, what do I do now? Like.